lot of outrage in another targeted killing. A Kashmiri Pandit, Puran Krishan Bhat, was shot dead in the Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir on Saturday. He was shot by terrorists while he was with his family in his garden. Bhat was shifted to a nearby hospital where he unfortunately succumbed to his injuries. The terror outfit Kashmir Freedom Fighter has taken responsibility for the murder. Soon after the death, the Pandit community staged protests seeking their transfer from the valley and blocked the Jammu-Akhnoor road. The victim's family, on the other hand, has demanded speedy justice. Meanwhile, the last rites of the deceased will be conducted in Jammu today.
Well, it seems that hell has broken loose after the body of Mr. Bhat arrived here with neighbors, relatives, and whoever you have in these villages. They descended this place. Clearly, you'll see emotions, outpouring of emotions here with women really crying very hard. We'll clearly see entire 6 to 7 villages which are in the vicinity have come in and congregated at this after the body was handed back to the family. Now the family is saying that he was here sunning perhaps in the lawns when all of a sudden he was shot. He was taken to the hospital in Shopian where he succumbed to his wounds. We'll clearly see there are apple boxes which have been piled. He was a farmer and perhaps was busy with the harvest, as was the entire village, when it seems that suspected militants of TRF, according to DIG, had come in and they had pumped bullets into his body, which resulted in grievous injuries. You'll see some of really the family members crying and very inconsolable because of this tragic incident. Ironically, this is not the first incident which one has witnessed here in the Shopian. In fact, this is the third incident that has taken place. As we speak, the body being taken for cremation. We believe the DIG, the DSP, as well as SSP of Shopian had come to essentially pacify the family that they should cremate the body as soon as possible and not really protest. But the DIG did say that there is a security picket which is in the area, and besides that, beyond that, there's also an army camp, a huge one, some 500 meters from this place where I am standing. But nonetheless, this was an attack which was carried and which resulted in the death of this Kashmiri Pandit.
We're joined by my colleague Tejinder Singh Sodhi. Tejinder, do you believe this is the continuation of the targeted killings of Kashmiri Pandits in the valley? The terrorist group Kashmir Freedom Fighters have taken responsibility. The DIG says it's actually a proxy name for a terrorist group.
Yes, indeed, Shilpa. You see, these are the proxy names for Pakistan-based terrorists. After the sword of FATF blacklisting Pakistan was hanging on Pakistan, so Pakistan renamed these terror outfits, whereas the Lashkar-e-Toiba became TRF, Al-Badr and Jaish-e-Mohammed, they became Kashmir Freedom Fighter. So these are the proxy names which have been set, and these are the terror outfits that are working on behest of Pakistani intelligence agency ISI. They are working on behest of their handlers sitting in Pakistan and carrying out these terror attacks on innocent civilians in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Yesterday, the killing sparked outrage all across the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, wherein the terrorists, they gunned down Puran Krishan Bhat, who was a 43-year-old farmer, a Kashmiri Pandit who was working as a farmer in Kashmir. He was busy harvesting his apple produce, and the afternoon he was relaxing in his lawn when the terrorists, they came and they started firing indiscriminately on him, in which he was seriously injured. He, however, succumbed to his injuries while he was taken to the hospital. The doctors there declared him broad dead, though they tried to revive him, but they couldn't save him. Now you see there has been a large-scale outrage all across the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. We saw yesterday people holding protest, members of the Kashmiri Pandit community, they held protest. People from various outfits, they protested against this killing. Even today, several protests are lined up. Shiv Sena and other political parties, they will be holding protests. The mortal remains of Puran Krishan Bhat, they arrived at his residence in Muthi area of Jammu last evening, where his wife, his children and other relatives are living. And today, some moments from now, his last rites would be performed. So, you see, this is a human tragedy which the terrorists try to carry out. They have been targeting the innocent people, targeting and killing them. We saw that this killing started with the killing of Rahul Bhat, again a Kashmiri Pandit who was working at the Tehsil office in Chadura area of Badgam district when he was gunned down inside his office. Then there was the Amreen Bhat, who was a TikTok star. She was also killed by the terrorists. And then there was a spate of killing. Then we saw the killing of bank manager. Then we saw killing of in South Kashmir. There were two killings when a school teacher, Rajni Bala, was gunned down. A bank manager was gunned down. So this is the terrorists. They try to spread fear among the minority community members, and then they proudly claim that they killed these people. They issue statements saying, even yesterday, the Kashmir Freedom Fighters, a terror outfit, they claimed responsibility of killing Puran Krishan Bhat. So this is the audacity of these terrorists. But yesterday we also saw the security forces making it amply clear that these terrorists would be identified and they would be neutralized. Yesterday, while speaking at a function in New Delhi, the Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha also said that these terrorists who are responsible for this killing would be identified and neutralized. Yes, Shilpa.
Thank you very much for bringing us up to speed with that, Tejinder. We'll keep coming back to that story.